this research project was to understand best ways or strategies of creating safe spaces for young people to engage constructively and actively in civic engagement processes in Zimbabwe.
Our research project used a mixed methodology approach, where the quantitative element, which utilized a survey and a wide sample in the target provinces. We also then utilized qualitative methodology, which included focus group discussions, key informant interviews, as well as action research by the young people. The research methodology was unique in that young people took a lead in the data collection.
IDRC research project done under YETT was mainly focused on understanding how best we can engage the young people in civic processes. Also them giving us input on the best ways that they think they can be engaged. Because young people mainly face a problem of tokenism, then being used without then getting the final product or the final benefit that they wish. And also we realized that during the research itself, it helped young people to understand to how then to effectively and constructively engage, be it talking to the policymakers, be it engaging with the parliamentarians, be it engaging even at local level with their local councillors. Dialogues enable them to get closer to these councillors.
The research revealed that young people adopt both positive and negative strategies to be heard depending on the nature and context that they find themselves in. For example, when there are limited spaces or limited formal spaces for young people to participate, they opt to go into informal spaces where they have much more freedom, confidence, and ability to influence the discussion. However, when there are formal opportunities provided, young people will opt to be heard in the formal channels, but they have a high expectation to be heard and to have their input actually becoming policy as well as programs that are implemented by government. Challenges that young people face are around frustration and the slow pace of implementation of programs. This then leads young people to opt for informal spaces where they have much more freedom to operate and to be heard, and then start alienating themselves from opportunities to formally engage with policymakers. To a policymaker, this might look like young people are not interested, but it's actually a young person who is voicing their concern by simply ignoring or opting for a platform where they feel they are heard much better. Young people are a diverse group. You have young people who are students, youth who are in informal employment, young people who are living in rural areas, young people who are living in urban areas. But you also have a group of young people who are active in political parties. The research also found out that young people face abuse in some of their political parties. Sexual abuse of young women, where they are forced to engage in illicit relationships so that they can climb up the ranks in political parties, is a major challenge which makes political spaces or political parties not so friendly to youth participation in terms of practicing their civic as well as democratic engagement. The formal policy making space and law making space is a hindrance to young people's participation. Young people revealed that when laws are developed, they're developed in very technical language, which makes it very difficult for them to understand. When they do not understand what laws say, it is then difficult for them to engage with the laws or even the institutions that are created by these laws. A recommendation that then came through from the study is young people's organizations or youth organizations, including YETT, need to take an active role in terms of breaking down laws or complicated policies when they come out, so that young people can understand and can engage much more with these laws and policies.
Major recommendations that came out of the research are mainly focused on people who work in the youth development sector, is really to then continue with the research on really understanding the ever-changing environment of youth issues, especially focused on youth livelihoods, focused to how then it impacts the participation of young people in civic processes.